Oh, we've released so much stuff that we think is the best music in the world, and it's sold literally nothing.
Yeah, of my favourite records on Transgressive, there are very few of them that have had commercial success and sold as well, and been like my actual favourites. Like some of the flops are magnificent flops.
Oh, they're beautiful flops.
Like, if you ever like. You have to go for like genius and difference, and I think you can be right at the wrong time, and you can put out a record that look, Nick Drake is a great example. Like hugely influential artist who killed himself because no one cared about his music, and he was pretty penniless and put out 3 really great records that no one gave a shit about at the time, and now. Actually through an advert they started getting really heard, or like even like Vashti Bunyan, she's like, there'd be no Animal Collective without her, and she put out 1 record and decided she was so eccentric she toured the country in a old gypsy caravan thing. She did like 1 tour the country, no one bought the record, no one cared about it. It sold literally like I think like 100 copies, like nothing, and suddenly it started getting this cult status, and later she had a career that started when she was in her like late 50s. Because people discovered it at a different point, I
think it's just about, it goes back to what I was saying earlier about not having money or like that stuff at the fore. It's a byproduct and it's a fortunate thing if it occurs. So the good thing about that, in a weird way, is that like you're managing expectations. If there's anyone in this room that's like, I want to be in music, but I have to pay the bills, and actually that's my priority, and I want a nice lifestyle, I'll probably advise that maybe you keep it as a hobby, and you do your job. And then you just do music as a hobby on the side. However, if you're like, art and music, I can't do anything else. Do it and be prepared and open-minded for the price. But it doesn't mean that you're not going to be, potentially successful. It just means that you have to take that choice and live by it, and not moan to everyone about the fact you took that choice. We've all got the opportunity in life to do what we want and cross our fingers, or we can go into, the abyss of normal living, and there's nothing wrong with that. There really isn't. It's a very noble thing. Yeah, but like, it's a noble thing, and I commend anyone and everyone, most of my family that do that, but if you're going to take the risks that are involved in a creative lifestyle, then just make sure you stand by.
I think it's like there's a real difference between kind of being delusional about how good you are and being...
But how do you figure that one out?
Well, no, this is the thing. I think there are signs like... when you
look in the clouds and it's like your shit.
It'd be like, it's kind of like if you go out and think you're amazing, put everything into 1 record, you go out and it doesn't do anything, then it could be quite depressing. You could give up straight away. I think what you have to look in that scenario is what went well and what went badly. If you got some really good reviews but no one bought it, you're probably pretty good. If you got some radio play and no one bought it, you're probably pretty good. If loads of people bought it and you got terrible reviews and things like that, you're probably pretty good. It's like, if all of those things happen and no one cares, you get slated in the press, your like shows are empty, it's always, if all of those things go wrong, it's probably time to think about a career change. And when that happened to us, we started a label. So, you can think like, you can look at encouraging other people and things like that as well. It's like, there's sides of it where it's sort of being realistic and thinking where you can bring a value, but then by the same token, if you've got some things which are going right, then you just sort of build on those things and kind of just accentuate and work through.